Okay, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Do they have to play commercials on iHeartRadio, Rob? Do you know?
I don't know. We need to ask somebody.
It's kind of a necessary thing you have to do, right? Sometimes they're entertaining, but I was waiting so long to speak to our next guest. Jane Wilkens Michael is on the phone. We've had her on before. She's the host of her own radio show, which is on iHeartRadio. I want to get a gig on iHeartRadio. How do you do that?
That'd be cool. She'll know.
She will know. She should know. And she's got an amazing list of guests. Did you look at her website? She has Dr. Phil, Tim McGraw. I'm just off the top of my head. I'm trying to remember who I saw on there. Well, we do pretty good, too, with our guests.
I think so.
We get Jane Wilkens Michael.
Yes, we do.
She is the founder of Better Than Before, a program designed to empower and improve your everyday life. She's a syndicated health and beauty columnist. She's a contributor to the International Herald Tribune in Paris, France, Elle Magazine, Harper's Bazaar, Cosmopolitan, which has some interesting articles in the upper left-hand corner if you're ever in the grocery store.
Yeah.
And the New York Times. And she's written the book called Long Live You, your step-by-step plan to look and feel better than before. Jane Wilkens Michael, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Larry and Robin. How are you? Thank you so much for having me back. I had such a great time.
You're like a colleague. You do radio.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I can one-up you on the Tim McGraw.
Oh, I bet you can. I bet you can.
I can indeed. He asked me if I wanted to be his backup singer. Now, I just will preface it by saying I told him that I would like to be his backup singer, and he said, sure. And now he didn't even ask if I could sing. So
oh, no.
Do you think he was just being nice?
Yes,
sure,
yes, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Was he in the studio with you?
No, he was in California. And actually he said, would you excuse me because the noise in the background, they're my daughters practicing the guitar, if you don't mind. And then we talked a little bit. And I said, your daughters are the luckiest girls because they have you as a father and Faith Hill as a mother. He goes, well, they don't really think so. I said, look, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They do think so. Trust me on this one.
Did you ever see the Jimmy Kimmel piece where Jimmy Kimmel and oh gosh, what's his guy name? Guillermo? Is it Guillermo? Well, anyway, they went to Tim McGraw's house and they spent the night. Did you ever see?
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
It was
wow!
It was a funny bit. It was fun. It was funny.
I didn't know that's even possible. I would have asked him for that one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, you should do it. They wore some really funky pajamas. That's all. Maybe having fun is a way to have a long, healthy life.
That's part of it.
Robin told me that you had a hip replacement. You okay?
I'm perfectly fine. I am the world's biggest hypochondriac. I have to tell you, everything in a white coat, my blood pressure rises, even a butcher or the vet. So
wow.
the fact that I actually had to have a medical procedure, and I not only have a new hip, but I have a metal plate and screws in my left leg, obviously the result of a heli skiing accident.
Oh.
Not the fact that I was running for the phone and slipped on the carpet. Don't even think that. And my new hip...
Oh, in other words, that's what you really did?
That's what I really did.
Okay.
And my new hip is because I had a mishap while surfing the Waimea pipeline, of course. So let's just leave it at that.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, I have to add something kind of interesting
to make it a good story.
Yeah. Embellish it. Yeah, no, I had it done, and I called the doctor about 1 million times and said, "Are you sure you haven't lost anyone on the table?" He goes, "Nah. Anyone have they have a coronary when you were operating? No, you'll fine. Just come in and get it done. That's all I'm telling you. You need it." So I did.
Do you do your show on a radio station? Where are you? Where you live?
I'm in New York City.
So do you do your show on a station there, and then iHeartRadio carries the show?
iHeartRadio carries the show, but it's only on iHeart, and then it's in other stations. But you have to come on the show. The two of you have to come on the show.
What would we talk about? Radio?
You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about anything you talk about on your show.
So what's the station? What do you call the flagship?
iHeart. You go into iHeartRadio, the Jane Wilkens Michael Show, and you'll find it.
Okay, but I mean, what's your flagship station?
Oh, no, it's through iHeart is the flagship station.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So tell me about the book, Long Live You.
Well, Long Live You, your step-by-step plan to look and feel better than before. I'll give you a little bit of I'll back up a little bit and kind of explain how I came to this, to writing this to begin with. I feel that no matter how old you are, what you've gone through in life, or what you are currently going through, it is never too early or too late to start to live a longer, happier, healthier life. And I'm sure both of you will agree with that statement.
Well, you know what? The thing is, that if you believe that and embrace it, why wouldn't you want to do that?
Not everyone believes it.
I know, but okay, but let's say I didn't believe it, and then I heard you say it, and suddenly I said, you know what? She's right. Do you remember the scene? Remember the scene in Mr. Mom?
Called it epiphany, Larry.
What?
An epiphany.
Oh, it's an
epiphany.
Yes, that's right. But do you remember the scene in Mr. Mom where what's the
Michael
guy's
Keaton.
Michael Keaton he had let himself go, and he was getting heavy, and he had his face he never shaved, and all of a sudden he just said, you know what? This isn't going to be me anymore. And he broke out of that. Do you remember that?
I don't. I haven't seen it.
Oh, that was
classic
forget it.
movie.
It was a long time ago. But anyway, that's what this sounds like. It sounds like all of a sudden, like you're not the person who's always been jogging every day.
I think it's, a lot of people have come to me and said, I'm just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, and they want to do something. They just don't know where to begin. And the problem is that it gets really overwhelming. And they sort of want to do it. And I've often asked by my readers and also my listeners, I've asked them, what do you want most out of life? And the answer, from women in particular, I mean, we all know what men want, right, Robin?
Yes.
Is to be
Yeah, but what do we
happier.
do after those 15 minutes? Then what do we want?
You got to read the book.
Yeah, see, after those 15 minutes, we do have other thoughts.
You do? Really?
Yeah, well, after the nap.
That's the whole show.
You got 15
That's
minutes.
What we can talk about.
Then
That's what we talk about on my show. That's what we'll talk about. What do you think about after those 15
Oh, gosh.
And the
My
nap.
goodness.
Yeah.
15's a lot.
15's a lot. Oh, really? Oh, my God.
I don't know.
Okay.
Robin, you come on the show. We'll just have Robin.
No. Gotta have Larry.
Oh, it's too funny.
But and they want to be happier. They want to be less stressed. And then they ask me, is that even possible? And I usually, and then of course they say, well, can it happen overnight? And I usually say, yeah. I mean, you can be happier, less stressed, more self-fulfilled. We all can be healthier, live longer, perhaps, even more successful. Not you and Robin, of course, but the rest of us.
Right.
The rest of us on iHeart, we can boost our self-confidence, build better relationships.
You know what we always
fun.
say? We always say, I wish we could be those two people when we listen to tapes of ourselves. We always say, I wish we could be them, because that's not us.
Yeah.
I mean, those two people.
I do the same thing.
So you
My
listen
husband
to
said,
yourself.
Do you ever read your books? My husband will say to me, do you ever read what you write? Do you ever listen to yourself? Every time I complain, he says, do you really listen to yourself? I mean, do you read what you tell everyone else to do? But we can't say that.
No, because
this is between us.
you
right?
sound so in
No.
control, don't you? So in control, and the world doesn't throw you any curves at all, and if they do,
No,
don't worry.
Life is always unicorns and rainbows. Good for all of us.
One of the wonderful things about your book is that you always encourage people to be themselves. I mean, you've got people on one side telling you what to eat or what not to eat. You've got other people on the other side that tell you the opposite of what those other people on that one side are telling you. You always stress in your book you have to be yourself and find what works for you.
Well, that's exactly it. And I think also you can't really do it overnight. I don't think there are any quick fixes or magic bullets. You can't change everything that you think is wrong with your life or that you want to fix all at once. And here's the secret. You have to take baby steps. And I say in the book, the Japanese have a word for it. It's kaizen. 2 words, kai for happiness, zen for change. In other words, continuous change for the better. But here's the thing. Change is a process. It's always a process. And I think one of the mistakes, to your point, Robin, one of the mistakes we make is to look at the end of the process, think of everything we have to do to get there, and we become so overwhelmed we simply shut down, unable to process one thing more. And we are with everything going on today. You turn on the internet, you get a million different things. As a hypochondriac, personal story, every symptom, I live by a disease of the day book, I have to tell you.
Oh, really?
My husband has to constantly convince me that no human cannot catch elm blight, right? But if you
What is
look
that?
at
What is
What
that?
is that?
It's a dog disease?
I think it's a tree disease.
Oh, a tree disease.
But
yeah,
anyway,
I think he's right. I think he's right.
I think it's a tree disease, but that doesn't matter. I've had everything. Every doctor, I must say, every doctor I've had on the show, I get the symptoms. So my producers were saying, don't talk about that, because then I'll kind of have them.
Really? Have you always been that way? Like, were you in school and you heard that somebody had, the heebie-jeebies, and you got them too?
I've accepted that. I've accepted my faults. To your point, Robin, you got to accept who you are.
Exactly.
So
Does the same thing happen with orgasms? Do you think other women are having orgasms?
What?
Like the same in the
That's
same
my show. Save that. That's all part of the 15 minutes.
But you know what I mean? You say oh gosh, she's got a cold. I'm going to get the cold. Oh my gosh, she had an orgasm. I bet you I'm going to get one now.
I don't think it works like that, does it? Robin, does it work like that?
It should.
Easy? I'll have what was that movie? I'll have what she's having.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
When Harry met Sally.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't work like that, does it?
But
Too bad.
But you bring out something great in your book. You do this visualization thing, like with the ladder, with the rungs.
Well, it's the rung. So I just wanted to make everybody's life a little bit easier to sort of end the confusion as best as I could. And, I wanted to make everyone's journey to look and feel better than before a little bit easier. So I narrowed it down to 9 what I call lifestyle disciplines that we should include in our lifestyles every day. That will make a difference, and they're easy. Doctor's orders are the first one. Surprisingly, they're doctor's orders. Emotional well-being, what you think, is very important. Nutrition, obviously. Fitness, beauty, natural remedies, spirituality, support, giving back, and I think those are. And I'll go over very briefly each of them. If we have
Can we do that after the break? Do you?
No, we can't.
Do you have commercials on iHeartRadio?
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do. So you know about the break. That was like a sexy I do, doesn't it?
I thought so.
Oh, I do.
Well, she's thinking about the orgasm.
I wonder what kind of commercials she has.
I'm thinking about the show that you're going to be on. I
wonder what kind of commercials she has.
Right, commercials. I'll put on. Be sure to put on a commercial for Viagra.
Yeah.
No, we got the Villages down here. Those guys don't need any of that. They're good.
There you go.
Robin knows something I don't know. All right. We'll take a little break. This is a fun interview, isn't it? Jane Wilkens-Michael. The book is called Long Live You. You can hear Jane Wilkens-Michael on her radio show, the Jane Wilkens-Michael radio show on iHeartRadio. And she promised we could be guests. I don't know what we'll talk about.
I don't know.
So, except maybe contagious orgasms. That might be one.
There you go.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A good deal of sunshine on this Wednesday with a high of 83 near the coast, 89 inland, and mainly clear winds tonight. Low 64 inland, 70 on the coast. Thursday will be partly sunny and quite warm. There can be a shower or thunderstorm popping up in the afternoon with a high of 86 at the coast, 92 inland. For Friday, sunshine, some clouds, and quite warm. High 85 at the coast, 92 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
All right, 10 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Jane Wilkens Michael is on the phone, and I just put her black and white picture from her website. I think I got that from her website on the streaming thing that we're doing, so you can see her and you can listen to her. What time does your show come on, Jane?
Noon.
Well, I'm sorry. Say it again.
It's noon.
Noon. Okay.
12 o'clock, but not to. I mean, you can always find it on iHeart. So we always listen. You know, you can just listen to your station, and then they can find it whenever they want. So I'm not taking them away. I'm not taking your listeners away at all. I know how do you do 5 hours a day? I can't even imagine. For me, 1 hour is a lot. 5 hours. I mean, that's inhuman. I just can't.
We're robots.
It is. We have a lot of guests, and that's part of it.
I hope you cancel all the rest of them so I can continue with 9 wrongs. We have a lot to cover here.
All right, so long live you. You were going to give us some ideas on how to actually incorporate the things you were talking about.
Incorporate the 9 wrongs. All right, so doctor's orders is the first rung. So I just want to tell you this. Genetics may load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger, and that's what a lot
I like that. Did you make that up?
So keep that in mind. No, I didn't make that up. But I should have. Yes, I'll claim credit for that.
That should have been a book title. Yeah.
That's book 2. Thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah.
All right, wrong two. So the visualization technique is you think of yourself climbing to a better quality of life, taking tips from each of these rungs every day. It works synergistically. So rung 2, emotional well-being. And now a key ingredient that is, it's overlooked, but is paramount to having a balanced, healthy lifestyle, is keeping our minds fit. I'd like to think of it as Pilates for our psyches. Do you have Pilates down there? Is that as powerful?
Yeah,
yes,
we have it. I haven't done it, but I have been in the room and watched it.
Yeah.
So you've watched it?
Yeah. Yeah, those are some big balls. Have you ever seen those? Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
Aren't they?
Gee.
They are.
I've created a monster.
No, am I lying?
No,
isn't
you're not
that the
lying. They're
exercise?
huge.
The
You
exercise.
have FCC? Aren't you, regulated here?
I'm talking about on the Pilates. Don't they use the big balls?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I just tell you a very quick story of emotional well-being. I asked a very spiritual person, a shaman, okay, and she said, what's the secret to having a less stressed life? And she said she'd consult with the guides, her angels in heaven, and get back to me, right? So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting.
Come on.
Finally, she called. Then
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah?
So
Did she hear from them?
Yes, she did hear from them. And here's, I said, well, she goes, I have the answer. She was an English shaman, okay? So I have the answer. Sounded better.
Yeah.
Here's what they said.
It always does.
Stuff happens. She didn't use the word stuff, but again, we're FCC regulated.
Right.
We can't say that. And it was a rather unangelic word for stuff. But,
But she used a British accent, so it worked, right?
But she had the British, so it worked on. Yes. And she said, move on. And I said, that's what they said.
That's what they said? Move on?
She said, don't dwell on what went wrong. Focus on.
She didn't say
instead
.org after that, I hope, did she?
No.
MoveOn.org.
You're ruining the story, Larry.
I'm sorry.
You have to let the guest finish.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Don't dwell. Now, where was I? Okay, she said, don't dwell on what went wrong. Focus instead on what to do next. You'll like this next quote. After all, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Oh, I love that one.
That is a good one.
That's a great one.
Yeah. That's what the
you
angels
go.
told her.
That's what the angels told her.
Do they brush their teeth in heaven?
They probably have perfect teeth in heaven.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do they? I assume they have. They don't even have to. I mean, their teeth, they're all veneered. They look perfect.
Exactly.
Right. All right, now we get to.
You've got perfect teeth. Look at you. I'm looking at your black and white picture right here. That's a nice shot of you. Yeah. All right. So.
Yeah, it's called retouched. All right. I'm going to walk around with my retoucher. Hopefully, I can finally see the light of day if my retoucher. I told all my friends, buy just one candle, and if everyone lights it, I can finally go out in the daylight, right? So,
So the next round. What's the next round?
all right. The next round is nutrition. All right.
Okay.
And not long ago, the only things that associated with what we ate were, like gout and indigestion. But today, the dietary factors are the determinants of a multitude of diseases are, they were considered unfounded. Now it has become a reality. In other words, your health is what you put in your mouth.
You know what we read this morning? That high fructose corn syrup is basically poison.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
Going back to your health, Your health is what you put in your mouth, all right? And one tip I'm going to say is go through your house, go on what I call a junk hunt. Go through your refrigerator, cabinets, get rid of everything that beckons you at midnight that you know you shouldn't eat. Like,
what did you get rid
Oreos.
of? What did you get rid of?
Oreos.
Oh, I love Oreos.
Well, get rid of them. You can't eat what you can't see.
Oh, that's right. I'll have to get rid of
You know what I got rid of? Mayonnaise. I don't know.
Good. Talk to my husband.
Why?
He bought it. I said, how could you possibly buy mayonnaise? It's the devil. I hope you're not sponsored by Hellmann's.
No. I love mayonnaise, but I kind of recognized that I was really abusing it. I mean,
yeah. I mean that's not good. It's
Yeah.
not good. No, mayonnaise isn't good. And another thing is read labels when you buy. That's it. It sounds obvious, but salt, sugar, trans fats, chemicals, preservatives. If you can't spell it, don't buy it. Except maybe for quinoa. Right?
what is that? For quinoa? What is that?
It's a grain. You don't know quinoa?
quinoa.
No.
Quinoa, it's a grain. It's a very, very healthy, protein-rich grain.
Have you had this?
No, I haven't.
Quinoa. I'm sure a lot of your listeners.
I think last time you were on, you told us to look for something in the milk section. Wasn't there something you told us to look for in the milk section? Oh gosh, yes, you did.
You're getting me confused.
No, I'm not. I mean,
Elsie.
I know.
Elsie the cow.
It wasn't milk. It was a product in the milk section. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yogurt,
I do.
kefir,
No.
kefir.
Yeah, kefir.
That's it.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland or something. Yeah.
That's right.
I know. That's a probiotic.
Okay.
It's probiotics, or if you have to pick one thing in dairy, probiotics.
Kefir.
All right, fitness. Think of this. When it comes to fitness, there's no such thing as being booked up. There are 24 hours in a day. You can always find 30 minutes to work out.
That's
Find
right.
something you like to do and do it.
Find something you like to do. Well, you know, we've been walking lately, so walking is our thing.
Excellent.
Do you know
All right,
we went 50 miles on a bicycle one time? Mm-hmm. Have you ever
Well,
gone?
you're a better man. You're a better man than I am.
Oh gosh, not for that moment. Can I tell you something? I won't. Oh, let me turn the radio off so nobody can hear me tell you this. All right, now it's just us, Jane.
Yeah, just us.
All right.
All your millions of listeners.
All right, I want you to picture Gumby. Okay, picture Gumby. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now picture cutting out a circle, like between his legs, just a big circle, so maybe up to where his belly button would be. Well, after 50 miles, that's what I felt like. I felt like I had nothing there at all. I had a big opening. All right, let me put the radio back on. There, now
you did it. You did it.
That's right.
Don't you feel virtuous that you actually did it?
Would you sit on that bicycle seat for 50 miles and you've got something that can go numb and you don't realize it?
It happens.
You start looking at the more expensive bicycle seats is what you do.
I was just going to say that. I take spin class. You have to get an expensive bicycle seat. That saves
right.
you.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. Rung 5 is beauty. And what I try to get across in the book is that we're all too hard on ourselves. And that single-handedly destroys our self-esteem, worse than your mother. So don't point out your faults.
That's right.
it.
That's a real
All
good
right?
piece of advice.
Don't call attention to them, and take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the only self you have. And this is also important. True beauty comes from within. Happy people have a glow to their skin that's undeniable. And my mother used to say, she was very wise, a lack of enthusiasm for life wrinkles the soul.
You have a glow to your skin. I don't believe this is all
like
photo
that?
touched.
No, you're beautiful.
You've got a glow going on there. I love that look
There
you
you
have.
go.
Yeah.
Because I never worry. I never stress. I never complain. Just ask my husband. Bad.
Oh my gosh, we're almost out of time.
She's called Glammy by her twin grandchildren, so that's
I
how
know.
come. She's wonderful.
Oh.
Glammy.
Yeah.
I love
Glammy.
that.
I'm the
That-
Glammy.
I love that.
I didn't want the other G word, so I'm called Glammy.
Glammy,
Well, we're
I
almost
think
out
it's
of time, but if anyone wants to read more about the book, they can go to my website, JaneWilkensMichael.com, or they can go to Amazon.com and they can get the book.
And Wilkens is
That's what you call the plug part of the show.
That's the important part, yes. JaneWilkensMichael.com. Jane, always fun to have you on. You are just such a delight. Thank you for being on the show. Good luck with the book. The book is called
Thank you
Long
so
Live
much.
You. And we'll put this interview up on what do we do, on YouTube and Facebook
Yes.
before the end of the day.
Terrific. I'd love to. I'm going to come back and discuss whether you want me or not. I'm coming back.
Oh,
to
you're
discuss
welcome
the rest of the
anytime.
song.
Don't even bother with a publicist. Just call Robin. She'll get you
Yeah.
on. Okay, we take a little break.
That's what I did.
WOCA Ocala. Thank you, Jane.
Thank
Fox News Radio, I'm Carmen Roberts. Ted Cruz loses badly to Donald Trump in all 5 primaries yesterday.
Last night,